Meghan has a headache trying to avoid the farce. Lili and Archie snatched the title nonsense. Hello, and a very warm welcome back to LVT News Channel. This whole time, the most important thing to Meghan Markle has been those titles. And they got upset because the Queen refused to make a special pad for their invisible children, as she has done for William and Catherine children. Now, they are direct heirs, though Harry's children simply are not. But anyway, they tried everything in their power to force the Queen to do it. Apparently, they went so far as to threaten her with them leaving the royal family. Well, alright, bye. Bye, suckers. After all the shenanigans Meghan had pulled, even before they got married. I'm talking about the bullying of staff and foreign dignitaries. I suspect also, though, the bullying of that little Princess Charlotte was the final straw. The Queen called their bluff and she put them on their freedom flight, and she wished them nothing but the best. They learned pretty quickly that you should not threaten the Queen. And that's why they have done nothing but try to trash the family ever since they left. If leaving had actually been their idea, I don't think we would have heard so much from them. It was not their plan. Their inflated self-worth was pretty quickly torn apart, and they never saw it coming. Exactly how could the royal family make it without that ginger idiot and his horrible? Well, that's why Meghan and Harry started with their vicious attacks. And then there was their last-ditch effort to pay them back by pulling the race card and making up that horrible lie that some mysterious member of the royal family questioned the color of their unborn child's skin. I mean, come on, the child coming from a white woman and a ginger prick. They knew that was gonna upset the palace. And that's exactly why they said it. They thought they were really going to get the royal family with that nonsense. But the only thing they really accomplished was hurting themselves and showing what horrible, manipulative liars they really are. All they needed to do was wait until Charles became king. But, no, they couldn't do that. They were too impatient. But the only thing they really did was prove to the whole world that they are not the stars of the royal family. And they're not the favorites that they imagine themselves to be. So Meghan made it her mission in life to get those titles formally recognized for the two invisible children. Now, if they're even real, they are so young and all the other members of the royal family choose not to burden their children with formal titles. Instead, many of them allow those children to decide for themselves when they turn 18. If they want to acknowledge the titles. A great example would be Lady Louise Windsor and her brother, the new Earl of Wessex. I mean, they just live a quiet, unassuming life. They also were the grandchildren of the monarch, the late Queen. But I'm guessing divorce is going to be imminent within the next year or so. For the desultory duo. Meghan, though, is going to keep a hold on those titles as long as she can for those children. Because she believes she can use them to make. Now, sadly, even if they do get divorced, Meghan would get to retain the title of Duchess. But there's no chance that she could ever become HRH, the Duchess of Sussex again. She will always just be Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. So at least we've got that. Even Diana actually lost HRH status when she and King Charles got divorced. And, of course, Meghan and Harry lost it when they stopped being working royals. And when it comes to security, well, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie both live in the UK. And they don't have 24-hour security anymore. It is provided to them whenever there are royal functions. So why in the world do Harry and Meghan believe they and their little family are entitled to taxpayer-funded security? They're simply Andrew's daughters actually are princesses, and they don't get security unless they are doing something officially royal for the monarch. And this probably actually hasn't happened in years, other than appearances like the Trooping the Colour. Any security they have now, they have to pay for. Although I did read that Prince Andrew paid for their security after they turned 18. But I don't know if it's true or not. They lost their security back in 2011. So they were already over the age of 18. And Andrew tried to object, but it didn't work. Interestingly enough, when they lost it, they were living in the UK and they were 5th and 6th in line to the throne. Now Harry is 5th, but he's living overseas. So is he going to get security? I don't think so. Precedence has already been set. So Harry and Meghan do need to pay for their security. Let's remember, those invisible kids do not have HRH styling either with their prince and princess titles. So the prince and princess does